What is up? What is up, my gorgeous Facebook family? How's everybody going today? You know how it is. You're here with Kylie Pax, Australia's emotional eating coach, and I'm here to empower you to take control of your relationship with food, create that body and a life that you love more than chocolate because you get to do it all deliciously on your terms. If you're joining me here live, you know how we do. Throw me an emoji in the comments box. Let me know that you're here. Throw me some likes and some loves, and to all the replay watchers, sending you ridiculous amounts of love and adoration. Oh, my favorite friend, Stefan, how you going? It's so great to see you here. When I see that avalanche of love, I'm like, boom, Stefan's in the house. How are you going today? It's so great to see you here. And again, to everybody who's watching the replay, sending you ridiculous amounts of chocolate-coated love. Ridiculous amounts. Hey, beautiful, how are you? Because today, you know, we have a theme going every week. You know how I roll. We have a theme that goes every week. And this week is about stepping up your game and being your authentic self, not bending yourself into the shape of a pretzel to try and fit in with everybody else and what everybody else wants, what everybody else thinks. Yes. Yeah. Stefan says, so happy I get to talk to you on a day earlier this week. I know, right? I know. We're switching it up. We're keeping it, getting jiggy with it. We're switching it up, keeping it fresh and real, keeping it real. So this is the drill. This is the drill. You know, I've been talking about this all week about being authentic and being authentically you. Yeah, pretzels are yummy. This is true. They are. Pretzels are yummy. So, you know, I'd rather eat them though than bend myself into the shape of one to try and conform to what other people, who they want you to be, how they want you to act, how they want you to live. And this is what we're talking about. So I love all these food references that are coming through here. Eat pretzels, don't become one. Eat pretzels, don't become one. It's your new hashtag for the day, and that's your tweetable. That's your tweetable. Eat pretzels, don't become one. And, you know, as with all this excitement, I absolutely need Stefan, you'll understand, I need a sip of green tea. Is in my cup great? For those of you who haven't seen it. Seriously, because I'm like the green tea connoisseur of the universe. And so it just tastes better when it's in a pretty cup. I find anyway. It's the story I tell myself. So this is how we're rolling it out today, really. We are talking about making your, really, if you're not going to be authentic to who you are and who you want to be, who you are now and who you want to be, you're going to pay the price. Oh, you're going to pay the price. And usually, as an emotional eater, it's going to come in the form of chocolate, chips, cake, cookies, or pizza, or ice cream, right? If you're not true to yourself, you end up squishing your own self down with food to try and comfort yourself, to try and give yourself something because you feel like you've had the life sucked out of you. It's like I just come up with these wacky references, right? But for those of you who have children or remember Sesame Street, there was this giant sort of fluffy elephant type creature. It was called Mr. Snuffleupagus. So that its name. Yeah, that's what it's. I'm pretty sure that's what it's named. You can throw it in the comments box if you remember. But it's like that thing comes and just sucks the soul out of you, right? Or maybe a better reference might be Harry Potter. Those things that used to come, those black, dark, nasty things, right? They'd be coming along, sucking the soul out of people. And that is what it feels like when you don't live your life authentically as you, for you, and just be rolling as you. That's the drill. And I really just want to share this week because I've had this experience so, you know, frequently myself, and experienced it just recently where I've had to really make the decision. Am I going to step up and speak out for myself, or am I going to conform? And eventually, right, you think about it for a day or two and then you just be like, it's not worth it. It's not worth it to try and live any way other than the person that you are and the authentic person. Like, being authentically you. It is everything. You will never be happy if you are bending yourself into a pretzel, as we say here. Eat pretzels, don't become one, right? So this is about making the decisions that work for you, or you can pay the price. Pay the price. Don't sell your soul to try and fit in or accommodate what somebody else wants you to be, how they want you to live, the things they want you to do. Are you serious? It's hideous living that way. It's actually like quite painful. And for many years, like years and years, you know, I'm talking my whole lifetime, really. I would conform to what other people wanted me to do. I would be the person they wanted me to be. And I would come home and why do you think I turned to chocolate time after time after time after time? Because it was my only pleasure. I was getting no pleasure from living my own life. I was getting no pleasure from living my own life because I wasn't being me. I was trying to be who everybody else wanted me to be. I was dressing how I thought that I should dress. I was saying the things that I thought they wanted me to say. They would say ridiculous things to me in the workplace, just, you know, things that like really went against my values and my core beliefs. And I would just be like, yeah, that's so great. Like, I'm ditzy. I don't even, why? Because I was afraid of not fitting in. And let me tell you something, not fitting in, that's the new black. Not fitting in is the new black. You want to be you. You want to live from your heart and your soul. You don't want to be conforming. You don't want to be bending into a pretzel. We want to be eating pretzels, not becoming pretzels, right? Here's our new tweetable. I'm going to steal this one. I love it. I love this one. So thank you, Danielle, Christy. It's so great to see you here. Oh my gosh, Kirsty, is this why because I need my glasses and I like fumble my way through and I look at comments and I think, God, I hope I saw that correctly. So thank you so much to everyone that's here. But really, when we're talking about trying to fit in, let me tell you, here's what it takes to fit in for you to be you. That is what it takes for you to be you. If you are not being you, you think you're fitting in with the crowd by doing what they want you to do, saying what they want, going where they want you to go. You think you're fitting in. No, you're not. You're not fitting in at all because you're not being you. You might be fitting in with some fake persona, but you're not fitting in with you. You're not being who you want to be. We eat the things that everybody else wants to eat because we're too scared to say, that doesn't work for me. I don't want that. I don't want to sit and eat a whole plate of greasy fries. It doesn't work for me right now. I know it's not going to feel good with my body, but we do it. We do it because we're scared what they're going to say. People might look at me. They might think I'm weird. They might think I'm on a diet. Who cares what they think? You want to eat and drink and do the things that make you feel good. So, right, if everybody else is having a big booze night and that is not working for you, you don't have to go. You don't have to attend. You don't have to be who they want you to be. If they are your true friends and soul mates, right? They're going to love you regardless and going to honor the fact that that doesn't work for you. And can I just put it out there, right? I have a very close and select group of friends. I choose very closely. I do. I do it with purpose and intent. The people that I choose to stay in touch with, this very small select group, right? We've been friends for a really long time. I was always the if you want to say it, like the black sheep of the group, right? They all smoked and they did actually, all of them I think, except for one other girl. They smoked, they would have alcohol at their meals or whatever and, you know, just ate like whatever, a regular person. Me, little Miss Black Sheep, I never touch alcohol, I don't smoke, like, and I was the vegan / vegetarian in the raw vegan / vegetarian in the group, right? I couldn't have been more different if you had, you know, cast me out of a movie role or something. Did they stop loving me? Did they laugh at me? Did they? No, they love me and I love them. I wasn't looking at them going, no, you should not be drinking or smoking. That's what they wanted to do. We loved each other on a soul level, And this is what I want to bring forward to you today. You need to start loving yourself on a soul level because you will never even want to step into your authentic self until you are able to do that. You got to look inside and go, exactly who do I want to be? How do I want to live? What behaviors are going to work for me and what ones should be on out the door? Because until you accept yourself on a soul level, nobody else is ever going to accept you. And you can try twisting yourself into that pretzel to fit in with everybody else. It's not going to work. You will feel empty and cold and depleted inside. And you're going to come home and start eating just to get some kind of pleasure in your life because you're so empty and depleted on every other level. If you're feeling me, throw me the love hearts. And thank you so much for everybody who's here. We're talking about really stepping up and being authentically you, because if you don't, they're pretty much your two choices in life. You can either step up and be authentically you on every level or go home each night and eat chocolate for comfort because that's about as good as it's going to get for you, right? Let me tell you something. Let me tell you, that is how it was for me. When I look back now and I think, why did I spend so many years stuffing my face with junk food at the end of the day? I would eat it during the day, like periodically, but not heaps and heaps because I was in public, didn't want people to see me. I had an image that I was trying to maintain, right? So when I came home, I would stuff my face because it was all I had. I felt like I was exhausted. I'd spent all day trying to be someone that I wasn't, trying to please people I didn't even like. And it was all I had was food. It was my only pleasure. So yeah, if you're feeling me, please do go ahead and share this out because you know what it is like. Empower every time. You hear me say it every single day. Every time you empower yourself to be authentically you, you give someone else on the planet permission to do the same. And that is what I'm all about. Energetically, we want to spread that vibe. We want to spread it globally. We want to let people know, firstly, starting with ourselves, that it is okay. And not only is it okay, it's necessary for you to love yourself on a soul level. You will never be happy with anything you do or accomplish if you can't stand the person that you are inside. If you're trying to fit in with everybody else, what you think they want you to do, who they want you to be. It's exhausting living that way. Can we all just agree? Throw it out in the comments box now if you're feeling me. It is exhausting to live that way, to not be you, to try and be who you think everybody else wants you to be, because you're playing the different roles depending on who you're with. If you just take a breath and decide to look inside and realize that it's okay to be you, the pressure is off. The pressure is off. And what you'll find is those people that don't gel with you, that don't vibe with you, they suddenly just start shifting on out of your zone of focus, right? And you think, oh, I'm going to lose my friends. No, those people were never your authentic friends to start with. What is actually going to happen is you're going to now create the space to energetically draw the right people into your life. The people that do vibe with you on a soul level, the people that really get you because they're just like you. And nothing can be more delicious than that. Really, nothing can be more delicious than that. So yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. Hey, Ashley, it's so great to see you here. Julia, it's great to have you here. Thank you so much to everyone who's dropping on live, because this is the drill. This is the drill. We've got to let go of the people pleasing and just be ourselves. Not sometimes, not only at home when you're in your, Adidas sweatpants or whatever, and you got your Ugg boots on and you're all fine watching your Netflix. Sure, we all think, oh, I can be me now, I can relax. What if you just could be you all the time? I was going to say, maybe, you don't have to slop around in your track pants all the time, right, in your sweatpants, but I know, wouldn't it be nice? I used to dream that I could go to work in my tracky dacks. I just think, oh my God, wouldn't that be awesome? Like, be so comfortable. I just thought that should be the universal uniform of the planet. As human beings, the human race, our uniform should just be sweatpants. That's my take. If you're feeling me, give me a love heart, because I just think nothing is more comfortable. Nothing in the world is more comfortable than your sweatpants. Like, really, truly. So this is what it's about. It is about letting go of the people pleasing and knowing that you're free to be you on a soul level all the time. All the time. So it really does start with you getting very, very clear. As I did say earlier, you got to get crystal clear on exactly what you want, who you want to be, and how you want to live. What you want, who you want to be, and how you want to live. And once you get very clear on that, then you will find that the people that don't gel and don't vibe with that, they just clear on out of there. And as I said, you've now created the space, or you can do it yourself. You don't have to wait for circumstances. Once you know who you want to be, how you want to live, then you can be like, all right, anybody that doesn't slot in with my criteria, I don't need to put up with anymore. You don't have to boot people out of your life. It doesn't have to be a big aggressive thing. You can release them with love, knowing that you're being true and authentic to yourself on a soul level. You don't have to bend yourself into the shape of a pretzel to try and conform with what everybody else wants and then come home and stuff your face with chocolate because it's the only pleasure in your life. You can get, and you're allowed to, and you absolutely should be getting pleasure just from being you. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to be anybody else. You don't need to do what other people want you to do. You don't need to, implement things that other people want you to implement in your life. You only need to do, be, and implement the actions in your life that feel good to you because they resonate with you. If they feel a little off, it is your big ass warning sign that something is wrong. Something is wrong and you got to pay attention. If you don't pay attention, if you think, oh, I'm not sure, I better not, you don't trust yourself, or you start getting the input of 45 different thousand people and they all got something different to say, you will end up in disaster zone. Just going to tell you, you will always know the answers inside in your heart. When you're living from your true, authentic self, you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. So if you're feeling me, let me know. Let me know and give me the likes and the love hearts. Yeah. Right, yeah. Francis says, what if some of those people are family members? I know, right? And that's such a difficult and sensitive issue. And this is something that I heard recently, and my friend Stefan, I know he heard this because I heard it from him, is that People are like furniture in your life. People are like furniture. You don't have to throw them all in the dumpster. You just need to know what room they belong in. So it's about getting very strategic about who you let closest into your heart and who you know that they need to be in your life because it's necessary. It's necessary. We cannot boot family members, and I don't think you should anyway. I mean, I don't know, depending on your actual circumstances, but in general, right? If you love your family, but they're not on your same vibe, your same wavelength, right? Then you just got to decide what room of your internal house they belong in, what room of your internal house they belong in, how much space you're going to give them, right? Are you going to give them the space of a chair that just sits neatly in the corner and it's fine? Or are you going to let them have the run of the whole room, right? They're just filling up everything with all their junk and negativity. You get to decide that. You get to decide that. So let me know if that's helpful, because I find it a really great analogy. You can always do this. The only person that's in control of your mind and your thoughts is you. You get to decide how much real estate people take up in here. And ultimately, you get to evict the tenants that are not paying you good dividends. That's the way I see it. That's the way I see it. So if you've got any other questions, let me know. I'm just going to take a sip of tea because for those of you who have just dropped on a little later, isn't my cup great? It's so pretty. It's all about the aesthetics. You know me. You know me. So thank you again so much. Please do go ahead. Oh, guys. Go ahead. How could I forget to tell you? You know, this week I have been going on and on and on because I'm so super excited about the 4-day personal power transformation lockdown. It's happening right here on the Gold Coast in Australia. It is happening in November. It's happening about the early to mid-November. So go ahead. If this sounds like something that you are like, a lockdown, tell me more. Let me tell you more. It's 4 days locked away with myself, and we have a very special guest flying all the way from the UK. She's the NLP guru of the universe, Miss Linda McNamara. She's flying all the way from the UK to spend 4 entire days with us as we squirrel around in our brains, find those negative places that are holding you back from being authentically you so that you can achieve the goals that you actually want to achieve for your life, your body, your relationship with food. This is so much bigger than, oh, I just eat too much chocolate when I come home at night, or I can't resist pizza or ice cream. It's so much more than that. If you have a goal for weight loss, seriously, if you have a goal for weight loss and you know what to do, we all know what to do. We're not morons. We know what to do. You eat a little less, you exercise a little more. It's not hard, it's not technical, but if you're not seeing or reaching your results, you know it's your relationship with food that's holding you back. You know it. You know it. I was one of those people, and you hear me say, you always hear me say, I felt like I could not stand next to a chocolate cake without wanting to roll around in that thing naked. That is how it was for me. I was like, chocolate was like a drug to me. And it was like, I couldn't even keep it in the house. If you're feeling me, let me know, because this is what it is about. It is about getting specific to your personal sticking points, finding out why you are resisting that progress forward. You know what it is that you want. You know where you want to go. And every time you lose a kilo or two, you be like, binging, and sliding your way right back to where you started, or you gain more weight back. You gain back all the weight you lost plus more. And, you know, this is how we spend our lives. This is how we spend our lives. I've got some notifications coming up there, as they tend to do during my live streams. But this is what we do. And we play this out. This ridiculous role and scenario plays out over and over and over again in our lives. And we think, what's wrong with me? Why can't I do it? It looks like everybody else on the planet, they got their act together around food. You see them prancing across social media in their bikini bodies. It's fabulous, right? Fabulous. They're looking hot, right? Yeah, you look at them for inspiration and you think, what's wrong with me? Why can't I do that? Why is everybody else in the world being so successful except me? And we get this big drama story in our head and we go eat more chocolate and ice cream to comfort ourselves. But it just doesn't work. Eventually, you have to step up and decide this self-sabotage thing, this resistance, this procrastination, it's going to end. And this is how we do. This is how we do. 4 days locked away in a gorgeous, stunning location. And I'm serious. This is an award-winning house in the Gold Coast right here in Australia. Beachfront property. It's absolutely spectacular. 4 days locked away with myself and Miss Linda McNamara, NLP Guru of the Universe, as we implement a strategy and a specific plan for you. Because you hear me say all the time, right? The reasons, your sticking points, they're different to somebody else. It's not going to work, right? This is why diets don't work, because it's a diet is an eating plan that worked for somebody on the planet. Somebody. they are not you. Unless you are a carbon copy and you like came and morphed and became a second version of that person, how on earth could that work for you? It's not designed for you. It was never meant for you. So this is what it's about. I say all the time, the sticking points that you're experiencing are different for you. They're different for everybody, and they're different for every person's body. So it has to be addressed in a unique manner. And this is where I'm talking about getting that personal one-on-one support, so that when you walk into the lockdown, you're like, oh gosh, this is a bit exciting. I wonder how I'm going to go. And you walk out of there like a completely different person, confident, you know who you are, you know where you're going, and you have a rock solid plan to get there. I will tell you, nothing will hold you back after this period of time. Nothing will hold you back. I will be sharing the exact strategies that I use personally and daily. I don't give this information to anybody. I don't. So I'll be sharing with you the exact strategies that I live by, that I swear by daily, to help keep me in alignment around my relationship with see the excitement? My relationship with food, so that you can do it too, because we're going to implement it personally for you. Make it work for you. Your life is not like my life is not like your life. We need to make sure it's going to sort of slot in and fit with the way your life rolls out every day. It depends what you are. If you're, walking the red carpet every day, it's going to be very different to if you're staying at home, or you're studying, or you're a stay-at-home mum or working mum. It's completely different. So this is what we're doing. It is 4 days in the gorgeous sunny Gold Coast right here in Australia, locked away with me. 4 days in an award-winning home, as we completely transform your life and turn what seems like a muddled mess in your head with your relationship with food into a sexy, savvy, switched-on plan that you know how to work, and it works for you. This is what we're doing. It's happening in 4 days. Basically, the progress that you would make over years if you sort of trotted along on your own, we're smashing it out in 4 days. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, send me a private message, send me a PM, and I will send all the information your way so that we can have a chat about it, see if this is the right move for you to be taking. But in any case, please do go ahead, like, love, and share this out, because as you hear me say all the time, every time you empower yourself and lift yourself up higher and give yourself permission to be authentically you and all that you can be, you give someone else on the planet permission to do the same. It's so, so important that instead of squashing each other down and living from a place of fear, like, oh, I'm going to put them down and make them feel bad about themselves so that I can be raised up higher, instead of living that way, it's so much sweeter than chocolate, just to lift other people up with you. Let them take the ride with you and journey with you. It's what it's all about. So I want to thank you so, so much. And once again, yeah, Ashley, exactly. That's right. That is right. So please do remember, if you've got any questions, you want to ask me about the 4-day lockdown next month, send me a PM. I'm more than happy to have a chat with you, help you out in any way that I can, because we are headed. There's only one more day. I have got a mega announcement coming tomorrow. I'm still in two minds about whether I'm going to tell you about it tomorrow. Make you wait. You have to tell me. If you want to know, you have to let me know in the comments below. Say, yes, I want to know. Yes, I want to know. Because I've got something so big coming. So big, it's going to change your life. That's all I'm going to say. And I've got the lockdown that's changing your life. I've got the empowerment message. But there is something really big that I've been thinking about for the last sort of few days now. And I'm thinking, should I share it with you yet? We'll see how we roll tomorrow. But until then, please do remember, you know how we do. The only person who really, really, really does have the power to change your life is you. But, you hear me say this every day, and I'm going to throw a but in there today, because, yeah, it's true. The only person that can change your life is you, of course. Of course that's true. But if you don't step up, if you don't commit, if you don't decide that, yeah, I'm going to do something about it, then nothing's going to change. So you can hear me saying every day, oh, the only person who has to change your life is you, and oh, and it's fantastic, right? But ultimately, it is up to you to step up and go, and I'm ready to take the required action to make it happen, because that is when you've got what it takes. Sending you so much love, beautiful people. I cannot wait to see you all again tomorrow. Until then, contact me about the 4-day lockdown. More than happy to have a chat with you. Send me a private message. I'm going to see you tomorrow. Bye for now.